Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LTA 2025 matchup.
As my first objective feat of strength.
More than feet?
Yeah,
Yes.
More than feet.
Grubs are your favorite feet.
Because the grub buff also helps out with getting the first tower.
So Shopify are trying to bait their opponents to just step a little bit too far forward. Allow Contracts to come through the wall here with the Ishtal's impact. He does have the Impale ready to go now too. We'll see if they want to go for it. Contracts going in. Boost here with a nice stun there onto Contracts. Flashes back out of the way, ready to turn it around here with a crash down. Zazel flashing out as well. Palafox with that spiraling despair over the wall and the rain of arrows. It's first blood over to B-Boy. Might look for one more. Can't quite get the snipe here on Amasu. Another sidestep away from the piercing arrow. Palafox just barely manages to get the kill. It's a 2-0 game for Shopify
The dodges
Rebellion.
from Masu, there's only so much space you can work with.
Now, the really important thing is to analyze what's going to happen afterwards because of the deep wards that were also left in the jungle, because they did give up some priority there.
Uh-oh, we're right back into the action, though, as they're locking up Masu. He doesn't have any summoner spells, but Busio with a beautiful counter-engage, and B-Boy is already down. Make it 2 dead on Shopify Rebellion. Make it Flyquest, picking up the feat of warfare. 3-0.
First tower on the top side. They're going to have to give that up. They will defend the bottom tier 1, but this is another little edge there for Flyquest, and they do secure the feats of strength.
And it just shows how big that scrap in mid was, because remember, Shopify did have the 2-0 kill lead. Now let's see how the fight breaks out. Arrow flies out from Masu. Busio ready to follow up the engage. Nice use of the Cassiopeia ulti from Quad. The shutdown credit goes over to Busio, and Palafox is already down. Zazel 2, Fudge flashing away as Flyquest have already found 2 kills. Bwipo's going. Fear Beyond Death. First half hits B-Boy, but he pops the cleanse to get away. Flyquest feeling great about it. 2 more kills and an extra Drake, but wait a second. Isn't what's going to do it. Isaac, you already pointed that out, but I got so lost in the details, man. Turret at least gets it done.
Lost in the feet.
Flyquest feeling good. Yeah, we're lost in the feeds.
Contracts did the drive-by, the Skarner Classic. Drove on in there. He was able to yoink the dragon, but Flowers, they're still tremendously behind in the game and need to fight their way out. Zazel's going to try and do just that.
Yeah, Zazel trying to buy time for the rest of the team to come in here and collapse on Bwipo. They've got a 4 versus 1. There's no way out. Bwipo wanted to try to maybe find a way to take Zazel with him, but it ain't going to happen. So good catch there from Shopify right as the Rift Herald spawns.
Here and try and take away the comeback possibilities that Shopify have.
And it looks like they just want to go for Bwipo again. He is pretty far up in the side lane here.
And this is something that we've seen teams do in the past against Flyquest, against Bwipo specifically, try to punish that aggressive play style that he has. But Bwipo's ready to turn it around. He knows he has backup coming to help him. Inspired and Masu here on the right side flank. Fudge having to leap back to Contracts, trying to continue his escape route. B-Boy ready to reinforce the Shopify lines. Fudge is down to 40%. Quad's ready to make the big flank come in, but Bwipo might just be the first to die. He stays alive, barely. Masu also hanging on. Bwipo grabbing the first kill back against Fudge. Flyquest, the health bars are low, but you'll call it calculated. 1-0.
Nicely done there by Flyquest. Quad just drew so much attention in the backline. So many
of that security in your 5-on-5. And with the amount of CC on this team, this is what we are a little bit worried about for Shopify. So they have to continue to try and make picks on side lane.
Nice slam into the wall with the angle there from Contracts, trying to take down Bwipo. Bwipo wanting again to try to use that ulti to make it an even trade, but it does not happen. Zazel stunned up a little bit here. Busio lands a shattering strike. We call it a follow-up, but there's just no damage nearby. Quad and Masu looking to see if maybe they can put a little poke on Palafox, but it's not going to work out too well. Flyquest still with a 3,500 gold lead, but they are down a man for the next 20 seconds.
It was a really good pick here for Shopify, but early push in mid from Quad, and then Inspired drops the Rift Herald to try and finish off that mid turret, and you just transition your pressure from mid push into Dragon. Very classic macro here from Flyquest. So even though they lose Bwipo, because of the fact he had TP, they are still able to get 2 objectives out of it.
Speaking of objectives, Otacon now on the Rift, and it is Voracious Otacon. If y'all at home have trouble remembering that one, which one's which, remember that Voracious means hungry. If you're hungry, you're not full. You're not full power. You're not the big one. You're the little one. Voracious Otacon is the little one, and that means he is hungry. The hungry one gives you the GA. This is scary
I think
stuff.
we're going to say you're hungry, so you eat the roses.
No, I don't know. What does that have to do with anything? No, the roses are the big one. Yeah, see,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody eats flowers, man. Fudge is in some trouble. They're trying to eat some fudge, but they aren't going to get him. Not all the way. Instead, Shopify turning it right back around onto Whippo, and Contracts is taking the kill. Now Palafox in danger. Flashes over the wall, but the arrow follows him. Masu on a rampage, on the warpath, on the hunt. Volley flies out, but it misses both targets. Masu wants to go after Fudge. Finds him with a little bit of damage, but the counter-strike might just be ready to turn it back around. Masu still slowing him down, still gunning him down. Nicely done with Busio here with a massive engage on the 2. It's a double kill back over to Masu. Everybody on Shopify Rebellion is dead in the dirt, and Otacons the reward for Flyquest.
Let's revisit this vicious, voracious.
So one of the big changes that they made was making it so it's worth more money when you have that free death. A little bit of a reminder of Masu's accomplishments last year. We already talked about his incredible rookie performance. Now here in this game, not slowing down at all. Whippo finding himself a kill in a 1v3. Yeah, they might pick him off again, but it's not truly a kill as he just gets to withdraw. Busio also withdrawing, so 400 gold given over from both of those. But nobody actually dead as Masu just tearing through Contract's health bar. Again, he's not afraid of dying. It doesn't matter. Redemption. Going to keep him healed up anyway. They don't even lose the false life. Masu's going legendary 8-1-4. He's nearly got twice as many kills as the whole damn Shopify team. Whippo looking to cut off the escape route. Palafox fears him, but Palafox will be the only one getting away as Contracts drops. Masu still won't even lose the false life.
It's not fair.
Flyquest are making him look ridiculous. Finally, they at least remove the buff.
They get that, and like you're saying, 200 gold now for trying to kill.
I mean, that is the best feeling when you've been getting camped all game. They keep coming at you in the side lane, when they keep picking on you, and then you're able to turn it around in a 1v3
Huge.
And kill the other top laner. Quad chasing down Contracts. He's in trouble.
Yeah, Contracts, this is not where you want to be on that Skarner. Almost no way to get away from it. Easily done. Masu, Quad, Busio working together. That is a 1-4 Skarner. This power pick.
The
this
desperation play first, because this could be exciting.
Okay. This Baron could die fast with Cassio and Ashe this fed.
Yeah, this is very scary for Shopify. They will.
It's so hard to get in there.
Yeah, they're just keeping it leashed. They're just keeping it leashed with Daisy.
The brush is also really annoying to deal with. You have to go in here. You're blind. The enemy team has just so much CC, ready to counter you.
And here we go. Busio in for the Magnet Storm on to 3. They follow it up with a Petrify engage. Shopify tries to fall back, but they only fall down. Quad goes on a rampage, and Masu's legendary. 3 dead bodies on Shopify, and it's about to be 4. Beautifully done by Flyquest. It's Baron. It's a near ace right after. This has got to be just about the end of the game.
What a fight from Flyquest. They managed that so well, utilizing the Ivern ultimate, keeping the Baron leashed while 3 members kept Shopify at bay. They claim the Baron, they claim the fight. They're going to claim the first win of LTA history.
Flyquest is making this first game go exactly to expectations. They got the feats. They controlled the game from the very beginning. They had Shopify downloaded from draft, and now they're on the Nexus 26 minutes into the game, 19-5 on the board. Flyquest are up 1-0.
And 26.5 minutes on the clock. That was a fast one. And they were just able to really, or Famine, if this champion gets ahead, it can be really powerful as far as the engage. You can get an early proto belt. You can start really having that explosive team fight power.
Shopify staying on that Drake. Got it down to about half, but an Earth Drake dies very slowly.
He's trying to delay for Quad, and he has been able to do it. Quad is now TPing back into lane, but I don't think it's going to be in time to challenge here. So was just trying to see, okay, can I actually step forward? Can I make them come off that dragon by the time for Quad to get back? Because if he had been able to do that, maybe they could actually look for a fight.
Nicely done from Shopify to grab themselves that first neutral objective. 1 out of 3 on the way to that checkpoint. This is now making their approach up into the topside river. Looking at these grubs, Inspired wants to be able to secure at least the 1, and he does get it. Contracts and Fudge jumping in, forcing the flash over the wall from Inspired. Fudge does have the ability to go all out. Inspired slows him down, keeps him away. Quad coming up, Whippo's also here. Fudge could be in some danger, but the all out also provides an escape mechanism. Whippo trying to jump in on top of him, find some quick damage here at the very beginning. Inspired locks him up, but he goes unstoppable yet again here with the Pathmaker. Whippo jumping in, but now he might be in a little bit of danger too. Nice shuffle comes out as Quad lays down the damage, and it's first blood over to Flyquest. Flyquest. Palafox and Contracts on the run. Flyquest in the 3v3 come out on top.
They just managed that so well. Inspired gets over the side, and Fudge just can't quite get in range to go all out. Busio looking to try to chase down Zeyzal. Won't have the damage to finish him, but you're pushing on all sides. You win out of the fight on top side. You're going to be able to get an additional grub there, and they're taking plates and potentially threatening to dive.
B-Boy down to 200 HP, just barely lives. Just barely hanging on there as Flyquest are putting the pressure on. They win in the 3v3. They nearly get another kill down here bottom lane in the 2v2, and things are going their way.
Especially when you're going up against a team like Flyquest who just heavily out-team fought you. That can be demoralizing to have that early game go bad when you already know the late game was rough last time around.
And now Fudge versus Bwipo. Looks like we're going to get an all-in attempt coming out from Fudge. Bwipo wants to stand his ground here, needs a little bit more time for his cooldowns, does kite it out pretty well, and Inspired's ready to join up. Fudge now in some danger, and there's your Glacial Prison. There's the outplay. Bwipo just baits him in, dodges out long enough, and gets the reward.
And this champion just scales really to infinity. It is tough to deal with. But Contract's moving down to his bot side. They're going to look for a fight.
Yeah, Fudge this time the one who's got the extra power. Whoa, that was a bit of a yo-yo, but it looks like Bwipo's not going to have a good time anyway. Once again, the extra man is the X factor. Shopify Rebellion are on the board.
1 kill away from that first feat of strength. And working on these objectives, they do get 5 grubs. Of course, they don't get credit for that first 2 grubs that they got. And Contracts is trying to take Dragon out on his bottom side. Busio looking to push him off.
Okay, Maokai LT shot out. Infernal Drake secured by Shopify. So Shopify needs one more neutral objective.
You used to see so much of the Sejuani plus Renekton. This is kind of one of those new era pairings. Doesn't actually check the Pixel Brush, so is going to be spotted by the pink, and Fudge is going to try to stand under tower. You can see Shopify's moving down.
Okay, Busio ready to start this one off with a Pop Blossom, and there's no way out. Feat of Warfare claimed for Flyquest, but Shopify are looking for a counterattack. Contracts goes in, looks to lock up Bwipo. No way out here for the Flyquest top laner, so a 1-for-1 trade that still favors Flyquest because of the feat secured.
Well, and because of the mini-map, look at these lanes, mid and top. All 5 members went down, so you're losing plates in mid, you're losing farm in mid, you're losing plates and farm in top as well. So yeah, you got a kill back. Yeah, when you're carry, you're going to be happy about that, but everything else is getting really rough. And even Masu being so annoying here, just delaying B-Void getting back towards lane and delaying him from being able to grab those last couple CS as they dive to the tower.
I mean, man, it's almost a 3,500 gold lead just 14 minutes into the game.
3 kills to 2, and you have that big of a gold lead.
This is huge in terms of the lead for Flyquest right now. All they got to do is knock down a turret. This middle one is about ready to crumble, right? If you leave that undefended for 5 seconds,
we're just going to overload one side. We're going to put an additional member there. We're going to throw 3 members there. We're going to get a quick kill, and then we're going to be able to try to make something happen. But Flyquest are pushing all lanes, so they're always going to win out on the map. This is going to be going down, as you said. They already got the feat of Warfare, so they are going to be able to get the feats of Strength claimed back-to-back games. For what it's worth, in Pro, it has about a 74-75% win rate globally. It does change a little bit whether you're red side, blue side, but it is very strong. Obviously, a good indication that you're winning the game when you're kind of getting the objectives, getting the kills, getting everything.
Fudge getting the better of Bwipo in this 1v1 so far. Bwipo did dodge away from the 3rd hit with the knockback of the Intofo strikes, so feeling pretty good about that one. 3-2 still that 3,500 gold lead. Palafox getting some alone time with the top lane turret. We'll see how much damage he can do to that one because Flyquest are overloading bottom in return. Busio moving forward here, wants to hit Fudge with the Tangle Barbs, not quite having the range on that one, but Quad, Inspired, and Bwipo are all also here. So is the Wave with a cannon minion, and Flyquest with 5 grubs, Isaac, are just going to melt this cannon.
Yeah, this thing is going down very, very fast. They do trade back top lane tower, and so there's going to be some gold there for Palafox, who was also the beneficiary of the kill down on bot side. But Masu now moving in towards mid. Are they going to look to go for him? Inspired's going first.
Nice shot there on the B-Void. Forces out the cleanse, and now Contracts has to try to get away. He wanted to flash, but he still gets caught by the Pop Blossom. Counterattack comes in as Zeyzal's ready to try to help his team, and Busio's going to be the only one killed in the scrap. Nicely fought from Shopify.
Yeah, nicely done, but they are very low, and Quad is here. So again, they're going to lose the tower. They get the kill. They lose out on the objective. That has kind of been the theme of the game. 3 towers down already at 16 minutes. You can see Bwipo on the Mbessa up, already pushing that top lane. And that top lane tier 1 also is high. 4 members from Shopify were on that top side of the map. The Dragon will be given up for sure, as Masu's just going to push out mid, and you're going to see Quad likely go down towards bot and get that moving in the right direction here, and then more elsewhere. But I think it's going to be down to Otacon, which is going to be up here in a little bit over a minute. Herald's going to get summoned. Flyquest's going to try to put themselves in the best possible spot to take that Otacon, but I think we're going to be a game that just comes down to a fight around it. And if Flyquest gets it, I think it's going to be a bridge too far.
Ooh, nicely done there from Fudge, trying to lock Bwipo up underneath the tier 2 turret, but it doesn't work because Bwipo's able to make some distance, get himself away to safety. Masu jumped on by Zeyzal, but Masu also flashing out with a Pop Blossom, defensively used by Busio to protect the exit of Flyquest. It was a little dicey, but critically they stay alive. Shopify, oh, that's got to be upsetting, man. You know they wanted to full send, be able to grab something there. Back over in the mid.
Are on their way, but Fudge has got a TP now, you'd have to think.
All right, Shopify, if you're going to do something,
OTBs.
It's time to start doing. Yeah, TP's coming in down here to the bottom lane. Both going to arrive around the same time. Bwipo arrives first, but now he's all isolated. Bwipo's got to make a little bit more distance for himself. Deadly Flourish trying to cover his escape. Maokai ulti flies through. Inspired hit with the root. Buffers through it with the Arctic Assault. Nicely done. But it's Shopify with control over the Otacon that has not reset. 5,000 HP on the objective, but Shopify's got to be careful. Bwipo again going to be the target. Knockback by the Intofo strikes. Bwipo finally falls. Palafox takes the kill, but Contracts has to try to escape now. The Glacial Prison won't find him. He tries to re-engage, instead gets caught. Busio with the slam onto 2. A double kill back over to Quad. Bwipo the only one dead on Flyquest, and they've turned it right around. Shopify have nothing left to say with a triple kill over to Quad, and another team fight for Flyquest.
It's a massive win there for Flyquest. They're going to be able to get Otacon off the bat.
Angle here.
It is so tough, yeah. Now that Otacon's gone, that does often feel like kind of the last hope when you are losing. One of the things that Otacon does do is just makes it so smooth to snowball a game to victory, because there's not this kind of like before Baron is really viable, because doing a 20-minute Baron was so incredibly dangerous.
Most games you couldn't do it.
Realistically, unless you're monstrously ahead, you wouldn't really be forcing Barons until like 23 minutes or something if we're going to get a fight.
Yeah, Bwipo's just ready to go in and put some pain on Palafox, but now it's Bwipo who's found himself behind enemy lines, and not in the good way. He withdraws 200 gold over to Shopify, but it's just an easy opportunity, again, for Flyquest to force this. It's exactly what you're talking about. This is the tool in their toolbox that allows them to keep the momentum of this game shoved down Shopify's throat.
Exactly. I mean, it looks like a silly death until you realize he just respawns instantly in the base, and they got 2 towers, including a Nexus tower off it. And Quad, he's going to die too, sure, but again, now look at top, look at mid, right? This is the problem, is that you're just forcing your opponents to spend more than they can afford to spend to try to defend these plays. Now Inspired is just going to go in for B-Boy. He'll kill him or he won't. It doesn't really matter either way, because top lane is dying too. He just goes in, forces it, he even gets the kill as Bwipo comes back. They're going to be able to get this kill on Inspired, maybe, but top lane tower is almost dead. Mid lane tower is gone. Bot lane inhibitor is dying now to Bwipo. And this is the problem with this Otacon. It's so tough to defend. Because thinking about it.
Yeah, like you're actually most of the way to the traditional value of a champion.
Exactly, and if it was changed again, if they made it like 300, well, now all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you do res, but they're still getting a lot of gold from wiping you.
Right.
Contracts here, looking to see if he can set up some sort of a pick, but you see multiple members, you know you cannot make it happen on your own. And that Azir is 3 items now, and I think they are aware that he is around.
You should not try to jump this dude when he has friends and you're by yourself.
Don't kill the jungle dog.
Oh, no. Oh, there's 1.
Let the wolf go.
There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Oh, now the cannon's just going to hit him. 1 more hit. Oh, they're just going to give it to Inspired. There it is. Inspired will pick up that one. Contracts had no way out. Oh, now Palafox is going to be in some serious trouble here, too, potentially. Luckily, has help nearby to guarantee his safety. Flyquest ready to reinforce their own lines. 9-5, favoring Fly right now on the Rift. Baron is alive. Objective bounties are up and active for Shopify, and they damn well should be, because it's a 9,000 gold deficit. Inspired and Masu starting
up shot of being able to contest, so I think you just kind of have to button up. Go back to the base, hope you can find some sort of a way to defend, to delay. Zeyzal, though, getting caught out, he is in trouble. He's going to be flashing away, but he is flashing to the wrong side of the map. And Masu now.
Yeah, Contracts. Oh, no, dude, he's got to be gone. Quad unstoppable here. Just working together once again with his team, setting him up to knock him down. Now the mid lane inhibitor. That thing is trashed as the top lane tier 3 turret will fall right after. The inhibitor's going to go the same way. 30 seconds still on Contracts. It's 5v4 in the enemy base for Flyquest, and they're looking to end this one only slightly slower than they ended the first game. Zeyzal shoots off that Maokai ulti, but now he's got to be careful. He's dealing with Bwipo. It's a 3v1. 3-1 favoring Shopify, but a nice counter attack from Busio locks up all three. Quad goes in for the shuffle, finds two, but Flyquest have overcommitted a little bit here. They've already lost Quad and Whippo, both solo laners down, as Masu is trying to fight and kite Palafox. Fudge and B-Void defending the Nexus for the time being. Masu! It's him! It's always been him! He outplays him again and he makes it happen. Finally gets shut down by Fudge. Shopify holds on. They will have another chance, but Flyquest has them bleeding.
The sixth man, the Nexus Tower, really keeping Shopify's hopes alive as they just dove right past it. Whippo went in so early on the Ambessa, gets burst down. Quad is super fed, but there's no zonies. You are not tanky. And he ends up getting taken down. You know, the tower added so much damage in that play. So Shopify still alive, will not lose the game just yet. And it is going to be Dragon trying to get taken here by a contract, but he realized, all right, there's a TP coming and I can't even do it.
That blast cone also is just so unfortunate for it doesn't ultimately make a difference, but just knocking him into the pit while the leash still hasn't reset, it just feels like you served it on a silver platter.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, so, here you go, dude, sure. Easy take there for Inspired.
Kind jungler, you know?
Yeah, just a kind boy. Shoutouts to Rush, wherever he is right now. I hope he's doing well. All right, Flyquest with 3 Cloud Drakes, with the Otacon. They had the Baron. It's just about to run out here, I think. Shouldn't be a whole lot of time left on that buff, as they have total control over the Rift. There's still that inhibitor standing in the bottom lane, but the top and mid lane inhibitors have been destroyed. The super minion pressure alone is suffocating for Shopify Rebellion, and now the Flyquest squad is once again grouped up and pushing together.
And Palafox's death cap at the very least, you know, he did get like over 1,000 gold in this last little exchange. He got a lot of shutdowns, but, you know, as you say, the inhibitors are down except for bot lane. So the supers are going to be coming in, and they're still down 10k with no Nexus towers. It's going to be an incredibly hard defense.
Oh, nice shot coming out from Whippo. They kill Palafox, and with his death goes all hopes for Shopify Rebellion holding this game any longer. Whippo finds a double kill on the other remaining carry, and he's going to be able to vamp his way straight to the enemy Nexus. It's a 2-0 for Flyquest, and it didn't look even remotely difficult. The champs are back in town.
Not even the fountain is safe from Whippo. The Ambessa gets a kill.